Okay, sorry about that, guys. We're gonna resume now. Okay, so we're gonna kick off this. This is our agenda, so we're pretty packed for today. We're gonna kick it off with, of course, the sign in and welcome. We're gonna meet the team, the executive board. They're gonna introduce themselves individually, and of course, you guys can get to know them in a different setting. So.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Cassidy. I'm the president. Oh, could everyone hear that on Zoom? Sorry, I was away from the computer. If you didn't, I'm Cassidy. I'm the president. If you have any questions about committees, just general SWE structure or any feedback, you can come to me or my email's on the screen.
Hi again. Okay. All right, I'm the vice president. I also answer general questions or help with most of the events and try and be there as much as I can to conduct the GBMs. Of course, my contact information is up there as well. So again, if you guys have questions, I'm also here.
Cool. Hi everyone, I'm Kayla, Vice President of Graduate Affairs, so I oversee the Grad SWE group. Yeah, you can read the rest of the slide. If you need to contact me, I'm also actively on Slack, so just hit me up there.
Hello everyone, my name is Kylie. I'm the treasurer. If you want to buy a t-shirt or have any thoughts for donations or companies you want to see sponsor us, you can contact me. Hello everyone, I'm Shachi. I'm the secretary and the SWE++, one of the SWE++ officers here. I manage the newsletters. I update that calendar. And if you have any questions about receiving the newsletter, sending out anything like that, if you have questions about events on the calendar, you can contact me. Anything else, even general questions, I'll be happy to help. Thank you.
Just have to talk to the computer.
Oh, hello everyone. My name is Audio Nollenbaum. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am our director of public relations. So if you follow our Instagram, I'm the one who runs that.
Hi everyone. Thanks for having me. That's my bestie right there. My name is Kelly. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the director of industry relations. So if you have any questions about sponsorships and what companies you want to partner with, I partner with Kylie a whole bunch, and we also look and sound the same, I guess. That's what we hear. But if you have any questions, you can about industry stuff, just ask me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicole and I am the director of community outreach. I'm the person you go to if you have questions about volunteer, and we do outreach all year long. This year we're doing virtual, more on that later, but yeah.
Annika is our director of K-12 outreach. She's actually sick, so that is why she's not here. But yeah, she's also actively on Slack, or you can also reach her about emails. Yeah, it's Annika. Stephanie is also not here. She's the director of undergraduate engagement. So a lot of like the socials, professional development events, just kind of like the generic events she handles. So it's super awesome. She has committees as well. If you need to reach out to her, there's her contact information. You'll see her a lot if you come to a lot of the events.
Hi everybody, I'm Allison. I'm a director of graduate engagement. I'm kind of like Stephanie's partner, so I also handle a lot of the social events, pro-dev events, things like that. You can come to me for any grad SWE or graduate student related questions. Thanks.
Okay, awesome. So we also have a counselor. She was previously part of SWE ASU. She now works at Honeywell. So that's Catherine Screws. She's not here today, but just want to let you all know we do have a counselor who helps oversee the organization. And then our general advisor is Nicole. I just call her Nicole. She is a professor at ASU as part of SIDC, I believe. That name is changing, but formerly SIDC. And then our graduate advisor is Helen Chavez. She oversees the grad SWE portion of this. She is also a professor in the SIDC school. So if you have any questions, they're both very welcoming and kind. So you're more than welcome to email them or reach out. And they're on Slack.
All right, so just a quick intro to SWE. I know some of you may be returning, but for anyone who's new, our mission statement is to empower to achieve their women to achieve their full potential in careers as engineers and leaders, expand the image of engineering and technology professions as a positive force in improving the quality of life, and demonstrate the value of diversity and inclusion.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm totally off today. All right, so
Overview of SWE. Okay, basically, this slide is just wanting us to highlight the fact that we are here for you. This organization has a lot of amazing benefits, as some of you may know, and the new people will get to know, hopefully. So we are always constantly trying to improve. So of course, these slides will be provided in all of our outreach information, information going out to you guys. We have feedback forms for any information that you guys might want to see, or any events you guys might want to see, or any companies you might want to interact with. And we are also highlighting the types of events we'd like to cover. So social events, we're trying to provide a community for you guys. We just want to highlight that this is a supportive environment that is constantly trying to find more resources for you guys to reach out to. Our professional development events are phenomenal, as our industry relations is doing absolutely amazing this year. So we have been able to interact with a lot of companies, get them in here to talk to you guys, or just make sure you guys know how to interact with them as an interviewee or potential intern. So then there's our mentorship events that our director of engagement has been in charge of. It's been absolutely phenomenal. So you guys not only become mentees, but also mentors and help each other out as you go through your engineering career. Oh, sorry about that, guys. All right. And then, of course, there's the outreach and volunteer, because as much as we want to be here for you and create that environment community, we also want to see you guys contribute as well. And not only looks great on a resume, it also gives you the ability to participate and understand what you guys can provide as engineers. And of course, this is not only an undergraduate organization, this is also a graduate as well. So if you guys want to also see what it's like to be a graduate master's or a PhD student, or in general, or if you are a graduate student, we have opportunities for you as well. So, okay. Why is so, okay. Frequently asked questions, how many events we have? Okay, this is a misnomer, but we got a lot of feedback last year that we had too many events and it was a bit overwhelming. So we've been trying to maintain the goal of one event per week. They're not required for you to come. However, we want to make sure there's opportunities for everybody to attend these meetings. So we vary them in time and place and day. So we try to hit everyone's schedule and make sure you guys can participate as much as you would like to. And of course, I covered everything. All right, next. So if you guys want to find out more about SWE and you're new, and this link tree will take you to everything you basically need to know. Basically, the Slack is our main form of communication. We try and send out messages on there. You also get reminders for all the events. Multiple channels are made, which is a little bit overwhelming, but we'll go over that in today's presentation. We're also doing the calendar, which is on Google, so you can easily add it to your school calendar. And of course, the Sendable Sync will make you an official member, and it helps us maintain numbers and make sure we have enough supplies for you guys. And of course, the newsletter run by Sachi is awesome to have and get in our emails. Yes, yes. She has lots of information, and she does a great job of sending them out. It's really well organized. Definitely suggest you sign up. Okay, cool. So we have a general body folder on Google Drive. This also contains a lot of information for you guys. First and foremost, one of the most important things coming up this semester is election information. So if you want to join a leadership position in SWE, I suggest you go check that out. We'll also go over more information during this club meeting later, but for now, highlights, right? So if you don't want to join one of the big positions because you feel like you don't know what the responsibility is like, there's also committee information that falls under each director here at SWE. So basically that allows you to help plan events. It allows you to see what aspect from like a different level of participation and leadership. So if you want to find out more information there, or if you want to join, there's a lot of different ways to contact the directors. Our information is on the website and of course in our drive. The other things that are here, of course, we send out our slides everywhere we possibly can. So it's on the Slack, it's on our Google Drive, it's there for you guys to use. And of course, there's all the linked information there as well. And then, let's see. There we go. Okay, so what happened last semester for everyone is new. And of course, thank you guys for everyone who's not new to be patient with me. Okay, so basically we had 26 distinguished members, which is amazing. That means you guys are going above and beyond in participation. You get to qualify for a lot of sweet benefits, and we hope to continue to see that number rise. We'll go over more information about what it means to be a distinguished member later. Of course, the workshop and events and meetings, there's been 30. We've been, again, trying to make sure that number is a reasonable number for you guys to participate. It seems like we got a lot of positive feedback last semester about that many events being not too overwhelming, but just enough for you guys to attend. So we are excited to see that information. And of course, our committee members, we had a lot of people sign up immediately. And so you guys have been helping our directors out a lot. So the 36 people who signed up, thank you so much. And of course, the We21 conference was one of our big national events that happens every year. We very much encourage you guys to participate. There's so much amazing things that happen during that event, whether it's talking to people during the career fair, of course, you can see a lot of the students who attend end up getting interviews and internships. So we highly encourage you guys to become distinguished members, and of course, national members, so you qualify for the National SWE conference and get the funding to go there. So of course, we'll go over more information in detail, but this is the stats and this is what we can provide. And then this is how many people are participating. We hope to continue to see those numbers rise. All righty, okay. So notable spring events. This is just to let you guys know that these are some of the big events that our directors have been working extremely hard to put out there so you guys can come and participate. Of course, elections are starting today. What does that mean? We'll go into that because we need to make a non-com committee and so forth. And of course, this might be a lot of information to take in. So we'll go into everything in detail. So lots of industry events, of course, coming up. I'm super excited. I think our Honeywell event's coming up very much soon. So you should see a lot of information going out on our Slack, our Instagram, posters going up everywhere. So please attend. Honeywell is one of our closest partners, and lots of internships happen there. Okay, and then our Swing for SWE. Kelly will go over that later. Again, Director of Industry Relations is doing absolutely phenomenal. It's a fun event. Oh, yes, okay, cool. And then the Watermelon Derby, our engagement director is gonna be talking about that a little bit, maybe, no, later, I'm sorry. Anyways, it's again, a social event for you guys to enjoy and build those friendships and connections. And Gear Day is one of our biggest outreach events that happens every year. Our community directors put a lot of work into that one for you guys to reach out to younger potential engineers, hopefully who want to explore that field. And of course, the end of year banquet, distinguished members get first pick or a spot in the end of year banquet. It's where SWE recognizes you guys for members, gives you food, fun pictures. It's amazing. I absolutely love the end of year banquet. So I highly suggest you guys participate this year for the end of your banquet. Okay. Okay, so what does it mean to become a distinguished member? For the new people, this is for you guys. For the not so new people, thank you for being patient. All right, distinguished members is a level of participation. I hope to reiterate that number of events you attend is totally up to you. Your participation is, we give them different levels so that you guys can get different levels of benefits. And we hope to recognize that. So the distinguished member is probably the highest level of commitment to this organization. We hope that signing into this GBM will give you credit towards the distinguished member. So don't forget to sign in. There's a QR code on that pillar over there, and I think there's one on the door. And then there's 2 additional events. We're trying to be flexible with whatever event you can attend, as long as you remember to sign in. The additional events can include the social events, the workshops, the industry relations. Anything that we provide is an additional event. So don't forget to sign in. Okay. And then registered on member for SWE. Okay, so the annual SWE membership, there's a fee that goes to our national website. And so basically that one, the 4-year one, I believe is 50, right? And then and then the 1-year one is like 25-ish. 25. We highly,
Sorry. Also, there is currently a special going on for the SWE HQ membership. So I believe it is half off for the regular membership. So for the $20 membership, it is currently $10. So we highly encourage you sign up. And then there's still the college to career, which is all of your years in college and then 1 year in industry.
So what that means for industry is that this SWE organization is not only a college organization, but in like industry organization. The types of connections you make go up throughout your career as engineers. So that's why that membership is so awesome to join. We don't require it. However, we highly encourage because there's so many benefits to becoming a national SWE member, being paid. Yeah, of course.
Okay. So I wanna just say that being a distinguished member not only helps you because is anyone applying for the Fulton Engineering Scholarship that's due tomorrow night? Anyone? It's a scholarship that is open for all engineering students, and a lot of the questions that I asked were, what outreach events did you do? Tell us what you learned from it. How involved are you on campus? And a lot of these questions can be answered if you are a distinguished member. So being a distinguished member will help you with these scholarship applications and even an interview process as well. And that is what I just wanted to reiterate. Thank you.
Thank you. And that also includes the SWE scholarship. If you join the SWE national, again, as many scholarships as you can apply for is always a great thing to know. The SWE scholarship is due March 1st, right? So we highly suggest you guys join as soon as you can. Oh, February 5th. Never mind. That doesn't. Oh, okay. Yes, there's lots of scholarships available in SWE, so I highly suggest you go to the website and learn more. Okay, cool. And of course, don't forget to register and send a sync because we are an organization of ASU. And to outreach events by our outreach directors, they're working as hard as they can to make sure those events are available to you guys. And again, those are meant for you guys to participate within the community. Are there any questions about distinguished membership? I know it was a lot of information to throw at y'all. Okay. See, what's up? All right, so the benefits to becoming a distinguished member. What is the resume bank? As you can read up on the slide, it's sent up to all of our partnerships with companies. Basically, we are trying to make sure you guys have much visibility with our company partners as possible. And becoming a distinguished member allows you to do that because we send in the resumes right before the career fair of fall to make sure you guys have them as much availability and right time. Hello? Anyone on Zoom? No? Okay. Anyways, does anyone have questions on the resume bank? No, maybe? Okay, cool. If not, again, don't be afraid to ask. We have all the directors over here, so you can always ask afterwards as well. Okay. And then of course, eligibility for funding and travel. As I mentioned previously, SWE has a lot of scholarships and funding to help you guys as you all as members. So what that means for eligibility and funding. I know as someone who went to the national conference last semester, I went fully paid, which means I didn't have to pay for my meals. It was a $500 stipend for travel. I didn't have to pay for the actual attendance fee, which is about $120, $130 for conferences. And I know the national conference is happens one time a year, but we also have local conferences that you can also apply for funding. So that's what that means. Basically, a group gets selected every semester, and it's like a lot of planning that we put into this. So it's not like we select these based off any other requirement than being a distinguished member and seeing how much you participated, because we want to reward our members based on participation, because we believe that if you guys put in the work, we should put in the work for you guys as well, you all as well. Sorry about that. And so the benefits to national SWE and local SWE is basically, let's see, but lack for better words, the experiences that you can get ranges from industry to basic French. Hello? Is it? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, anyways, yes. So the funding and scholarships is there for you guys if you decide to become a distinguished member. Cannot reiterate that enough. So And of course, this year we're offering something a little bit new. We hope to also reward you guys with the SWE memorabilia. If you can see on the table, and of course, some of our members might be wearing the shirts and stuff, but SWE has a lot of merchandise that we like to promote. We hope you all are proud of being part of SWE. So there's that. And of course, priority register for our special events. Hello, is someone trying to ask a question? No? Okay. Anyhow, okay. Priority event registration, which means you just get first choice. You're guaranteed a spot in there. Is there any questions? I know that was a lot. I kind of lost track midway, but I digress. No? Okay, cool. I'm gonna have Kelly, the Director of Industry Relations, talk about Swing for SWE.
Hi, everyone. I've been planning this event for over a year now. And I want to ask a question. How many of us are familiar with golf? Okay, that's good. That's great, actually. That's a lot more hands than I thought. I am not very familiar with golf, like at all. But what I have noticed when I've interned is that a lot of networking activities involve golfing. And I don't know about you, like if I'm unfamiliar with something, I'm not gonna go out there and like make a fool of myself. So I'm gonna like stay home. But this golfing event is to familiarize with golfing so that you are not afraid to go and be like, hey, I'm gonna join too. Like, because a lot of high execs, they will go golfing. And if there's somewhere where you're not gonna be where the conversation is, you're gonna miss out on networking, like meeting new people. So this is the opportunity that we have been planning for over a year to get you all more familiar with golf. We do have a basics class coming up in 2 weeks. It's on a Saturday to learn about terminology in golf. But this is so that we are more comfortable with the sport that not a lot of women are in because it is more male dominated. But if anyone's interested, please sign up on that QR code. It is a very limited event because golf costs a lot of money and I'm still trying to fundraise a whole bunch for it, but right now we only have spots for 20 students. So please fill out the interest form ASAP. We are partnering with Chandler Gilbert Community College, which is where I went to. And we are gonna be at Toka Sticks Golf Club, which is at Poly campus. If y'all have never been to Poly, it's great over there. If anyone has any questions, also, we're going to be playing in teams of 4. It's going to be students, faculty. So if you know any professors who want to go golfing with us or who you think would be fun to join in, we're going to have a flyer soon. So if you want to send it to them and invite them, that'd be awesome. And we will also have industry professionals. So if you are interested in talking to industry professionals while golfing, this is a great event for you. If you have any questions, my name is Kelly. Please let me know. Thank you. Thanks, Ryan. Okay, next up talking is our president,
All right, hi everyone. Like Salma said, I'm Cassie, I'm the president. I've already introduced myself once, but just reinforcing that. So Salma already talked about, we have our annual conference. It happens this year in October. So this upcoming year, it's going to be in Houston, Texas. We're really excited for it and we like to fund people. Also, can everyone in the back hear me? Should test that. Okay. I can move to the middle-ish. Okay, so for a conference committee, we are starting planning right now because it is a huge undertaking. And so if you're interested, please fill out that tiny URL on the screen. This doesn't guarantee that you'll be with our group traveling, but it is a good way to get involved since we do typically prioritize distinguished members to travel with our group. Any questions on that? No? Okay. Okay, awesome. So we also have We Local conferences. This is separate from the conference committee that I just talked about, but we do have them coming up. It's basically like a smaller version of that conference in Texas. And so our upcoming one is going to be February 25th in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I will actually be presenting at that conference for my research, so would love to see some fellow Swisters there. Little plug there. And there's also early bird registration, so it's discounted right now through February 10th. There's also a couple others if you're interested, but those are a little farther. Okay, here is the big step. So brace yourself. Here is all of our election info. Yeah. Okay. So here's our election timeline. All of these slides will be posted after the meeting, so you'll have access to them. But here's just a general timeline. We are starting today forming our nominating committee. And I promise I'll explain all of this a little bit more in depth after. So then once the nominating committee is formed, then the candidacy interest form where you can say, I want to be a director next year will open. Then we have a slate, which is like an informal ballot. And then there's a petition process, then the ballot opens and voting opens, and then I will announce the results. So there's a general overview. And so the reason that we do this is because we have a legal document called the section agreement. This is from SWE headquarters. So they ask that we have elections. And then we also have section procedures, which we have written as an executive council to kind of reflect what our needs are as a section. Okay, so very long slide. The executive council is made up of the directors. There are currently 11 positions. There will be 11 positions for next year as well. So basically the major steps, I kind of went over them already. The nominating committee forms, a chair is then selected. The nominating committee self-elects. So executive council steps completely out of the election process at that point. And then they have 1 week to, oh, I'm sorry, that's a typo. They have 2 weeks to develop the slate, which, like I said, is an informal ballot, basically. The ballot becomes formal after the petitioning process. And so once the petitioning process takes place, that's 1 week, then the ballot is updated, and then voting starts. You have 1 week to vote, and then I will release the results on March 9th. Okay, so non-com is a really great way to get involved with SWE, especially if you're not sure about holding a position. So non-com is comprised of people who are absolutely not going to be running for positions this year, and have no interest on serving on the executive council right now. So basically, you will fill out the interest form that is linked to this. You have until February 2nd at 11:59. I know that's a pretty short turnaround, so I would recommend going to that link. It'll be linked in the slides. All of the slides are going to be posted in meeting archives. And we can go over that a little bit more when we go to Slack. And so basically, the main reason that we have a nominating committee is so we have a group of people that are kind of vetting the candidates and saying, this person would be really great for president, or this person would be great to be a treasurer. And then they create the slate. And that's kind of how we try to remove a little bit of bias from the elections. Okay, so maybe you don't want to be on non-com, you want to run for a position. So the executive council has to be here for a full academic year. So if you're graduating in December, I'm very sorry. But you have to be a student for fall 2022 and spring 2023. And the term will officially start at the end of this academic year, and training will happen in March. After the elections are over and results are announced. And so to become a executive council member, you do have to be a paid member. And then you also, that's redundant, that you have to be here for 2 terms. And then you'll also just make sure that you keep an eye out for the candidacy interest form once non-com releases it. And that should happen between February 4th and 18th. Okay, so the petition process. This is basically the purpose of this is if you see on the slate, you don't like where you're slated. Let's say I'm slated for president. I'm like, oh, I really don't want to be president. I really would like to run for secretary. I can petition at that point, get 6 signatures. One of those signatures does have to be from someone on the nominating committee. And if I get those 6 signatures, then I will get placed on the ballot for secretary. And so this goes over a lot of information on what is required for that petition. We can kind of skim over it a little bit since we are just not there yet, and this will all be accessible to you for when the time actually comes. But the petition period is officially from February 19th to 26th. So here's an example of a petition. It's basically if I was submitting a petition for someone, I would just say, hi, this is my name. I think that Kayla is super qualified to be the vice president. Please put her on the ballot for this position, and then I will sign it, and that becomes a valid petition. And then the person who is petitioning or has someone nominating them also has to give written consent that they are willing to hold that position. So if someone is nominating you and you're like, no, please don't put me up for president, then we won't put you up for president. So that's the purpose of that. Voting. Okay, so for voting, you do have to be a paid member. So like I said, there is that discount going on right now where the membership is half off. Highly recommend doing that, or the college to career. It's a pretty good deal, and then you get to vote and have a say on which direction that SWE goes next year. And the voting dates will be from February 28th to March 7th. We will very, very quickly go through all of the positions. So here's a general overview. And again, all of these slides will be posted. You'll have access to them. All of the positions require roughly like 5 to 10 hours a week. Some positions are going to be a little closer to that 10-hour range. So that's something to keep in mind. And then you can skip this one. So here's the information. It has the information of the current directors. If you want to reach out to any of us, I'm sure anyone would be willing to share more about our positions if you have any questions and would like to run for it this year. So here's just a little overview of each position. So president will be open next year. Vice president of undergraduate affairs, vice president of graduate affairs, treasurer, secretary, director of public relations, community outreach, K-12 outreach, industry relations, undergrad engagement, and graduate engagement. So that brings us back. The first step is the nominating committee. Please fill out that form by February 2nd by 11:59. And that will be how we kick off our election process. I know I just gave you a ton of information really quickly. Does anyone have questions on that? Okay, I don't see any hands. I'm sorry if anyone's hands are up behind the pole. I can't see. Okay. I think we're good.
Hi, everyone. Again, as our other directors have mentioned, in order to get distinguished membership, you do have to complete 2 outreach requirements. This year, we are doing things a little bit differently since COVID is kind of getting out of hand. We've been here for 2 years. We hate it anyway. So for outreach, something we're trying to work on is doing virtual events where you submit a recording of yourself doing 1 hour of outreach. And in order to do that, you just submit it. We will make that available. You submit it to a form and we will review it. And based off that, we will give you your outreach requirement. We do have a set list of volunteer activities that you can do that have been vetted by me and Annika. So you will have to do one of those specific outreach requirements. You can't just go off and do, hey, I found this one. Yeah. But it ranges from helping sick children to helping scientists count pictures of beluga whales. So yeah, if you have any more questions, you can always reach out to me on Slack, email, or even in person. So yeah.
Okay, so I know y'all heard about the scholarships a little bit earlier, so this is just a slide dedicated to it. Scholarships are a great way to get money, as you probably know. So there's the SWE Phoenix Scholarship. So for all of these, you do have to be a SWE headquarters member. That is the requirement of the scholarship because it's through SWE. So that means you have to pay your dues. So SWE Phoenix Scholarship, that if you can apply to that one, I highly recommend because that is local to us. There's only including us, only other 2 universities, and I think 3 universities, I apologize, that can apply to it. So that obviously less people applying, your chances go up exponentially. So there's the link to it. The deadline is the 31st at 11:59. That one is for undergraduates only. I'm sad because I am not an undergraduate, but SWE headquarters has one for undergrads and graduates. Their website also just has a scholarship search portal. So if you're interested in just scholarships in general, check that out. But they're all around SWE headquarters scholarship. That's the link there. Freshmen, the deadline is May 2nd. If you're above a freshman, a sophomore and above, that is February 15th. So that is coming around really quick. If you want to do it, I highly recommend you do it now because you do need two letters of reference, two reference letters is the word. But yeah. And then we had a SWE Phoenix scholarship SWE Phoenix scholarship workshop from one of the SWE Phoenix individuals. So the recording to that and the slides on that are also linked if you want to just like get tips on how to do that. So just quick update. So we're part of the Women's Coalition. So I just wanted to provide from our latest meeting with them. Herstory Month is coming up in March. So that is literally just a month long of events celebrating females or female identifying individuals. More to come on that, and like that's all ASU wide, so that's like not just us, but just want to let you know to keep your eyes out in March. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff going on, and then part of that is the Badass Women campaign. So if you're interested in nominating yourself or someone else, the form is right there. It's a super easy form, and in the past you've gotten a t-shirt if you're nominated, which I feel like is like the epitome of everything, a t-shirt. So the deadline's coming up kind of, you have about a month, so I would just nominate yourself or someone else that you think's a badass. And then since I'm the grad SWE VP, just to kind of say this, is Allison right here? Okay, so Allison created this wonderful form to get input from grad individuals of what you want to see from grad SWE for events. So we have some ideas in the works, but we also just want to cater to you. So please, if you get a second, fill out this form so we can get events that you want to see this semester. And then speaking of events, upcoming events. So as discussed, Honeywell is this Thursday here. So check that out. And that's only in person just because Honeywell, yeah, because it's Honeywell. So that's here. JK. So Zoom is also going to be an option. That is in partnership with NSBE. Was that right? Okay, awesome. And then Micron is also another industry relations event that is going to be next week on Wednesday. That's also here. And Valentine's Exchange is going to just be like a fun social. That's going to be Saturday. That's in the e-spaces where we used to meet last semester. That's just kind of like a fun Valentine's Day festivity thing. So check that out. I can't click here. And do you want to go over Slack basics?
All right, can I get a quick, I'm gonna take this top. Can I get a quick show of hands? Who is on Slack right now, getting notifications? Okay, cool, loving to see the majority. Does anyone need help getting set up with Slack? Different show of hands. I'm not seeing hands. You can approach us after the meeting if you're having trouble with Slack. So I think we can honestly kind of scoot past the slides. Just make sure to join the meeting archives channel. That's where all of these slides are going to be afterwards, or in the general body access folder. And then we do have a t-shirt design competition coming up. You can see, sorry, so almost to call you out, but you are wearing our last year's design by Maddie Walker. So every year we have a competition. Please just draw and submit something. It's really fun to see your artwork on a t-shirt and stickers. We also did hand sanitizer because COVID. So lots of fun designs that we will use. And so we understand you may not have art skills. I am personally challenged with art, but if you have a concept that you really like, we have some really artsy people on the executive council that would be happy to help you draw it out. So if you have any questions on that, Salma, you would volunteer.
Yes, I volunteered. Since last year we had a lot of, oh, hi. Okay, I forgot about Zoom. Okay, so last year we had a lot of people who wanted to do concepts or had an idea, but didn't know how to communicate it. And honestly, I think it's a great idea to like just express yourself. You know, we have lots of arts events and you know, sometimes can't really express yourself, but that's okay. We're here for you. So again, fun designs. Last year, Maddie Walker did an amazing job with our SWE shirt from last year, and we have other really cute shirts right here. So if you want to see your design and say, hey, I did that, or I came up with a concept, please submit a URL or click the URL. It's here for you. So deadline's February the 2nd, 11th. Can't read. Okay, cool. Any questions? Let us know. If not, we will move on. Okay.
Speaking of t-shirts, I know a lot of y'all may already have t-shirts, but if you would like some more, we have them here. Kylie, our amazing treasurer, is able to accept Cash Card and Apple Pay to our accounts. Not her personally, unfortunately. Yeah, not personally funding her college experience. So the t-shirts are over here. So if you are interested in buying a t-shirt, see Kylie, can you raise your hand? The one in the brown flannel. And then this is just a shout out to our sponsors and Kelly and Kylie for getting those sponsors. These meetings really are funded by our sponsors, so we really appreciate them. Also, let us know if you're interning anywhere and have a sponsor that you would like to see added to that list. I think that is everything.
That was a lot of crap. If you have any questions, just come talk to us, respond to us, like, we're happy to answer them. Especially for elections, because that's kind of confusing. But otherwise, that's it. So thank you all for coming and bearing with us. Yay, thanks everyone.
Should we try to get people on Zoom?
Sure.
Wait, audience, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Should we see if anyone on Zoom would
we can take
be?
a separate picture or just put it in.
Okay.
Can everyone?
People on Zoom, if you'd like to take a quick picture and would be willing to turn on your camera. This is for our sweet Instagram. Willing to turn on their cameras, thank you. All right, take a picture. Okay, we're good. Thank you all.